It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin and it's Lucas in at the 1. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Nunn. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Fournier pulls it down. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Panathinaikos. Fournier against Nunn. Outside Fournier. Clock at 6. Pass to Falk. Yurtsevin with the rebound. There's Lucas. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Fournier. Here's the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's Lucas. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. They've come out strong 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Fires the 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Cans it from downtown.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Vezenkov, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Vezenkov's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Clearly a foul.
Athens shooting their first free throws here for the night. The first one falls.
Team foul. Shooting for Athens.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Fournier for 3 to the left side wing. Panathinaikos, good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Drains the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Athens foul call. Lucas. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:22 left to play here in the first. Here's Fournier. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here's Nunn. A 17-foot shot on the way. Again, Athens.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Vezenkov. Pass to Panathinaikos. Off target from three-point range. Athens trails by 4. Hernan Gomez finds none. Off target from outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fournier gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Fournier's got 8 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Osman. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Beyond the arc. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Vezenkov's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1 second left, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 6.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 9. And back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Peters, and it's Dorsey in at the shot.
Oh,
wow.
yes! And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Here's Peters. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now Brown.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Second team foul.
Down low. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And taken away by Brown. And they're moving it up. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Kicks it out to Evans. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Evans has got his first bucket of the night. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens, trailing by 10. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Dorsey. He's covered by Grant. Now Dorsey, still yet to score. Just 5 to shoot. Evans kicks to Peters. And the 3 off target.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. There's a screen. Grant for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. To Dorsey. To the middle. Knocked away. Stolen by Grant. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. There's Brown with the 3. Evans with the rebound. Here's Peters from outside the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Peters has got 6.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Shot clock at 5. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Grant, that's good.
3 points.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Dorsey. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Peters. This one for 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Brown. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Here's Dorsey. He's covered by Grant. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Athens. Brown with it. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's the pick. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Grant outside. Off target with his 3. Got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so we wrap up the first half. Up by 9. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when? So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the home team. And that's all for us.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Panathinaikos in at the 3 spot. Pass to Vizenkov. He takes it in, and it's Osman with the rebound. Athens trails by 9, and for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's Lucas in at the 1 spot. From past the arc, and that one's good. Osman. Osman's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Athens. Pass to Panathinaikos. Here's Vizenkov. Lets it go with the 3. It's good from long range. Vizenkov's got 9.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempts.
For Athens, they've been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And there's the drive. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's perfect from the line this time.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Good on the shot. He's got 9.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
The V just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole. Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Pass to Fall. Here's Vezenkov. Fires the three. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Athens trails by 6. Nunn looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
Left side Fournier. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Athens.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Second team foul.
It's a close game here in Chicago. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Shoots. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtsevin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Slukas passes to Hernan Gomez. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hernan Gomez has got 6.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And it's blocked. Second chance effort. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Yurtsevin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Nunn. There's the screen for the lead. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of the 7. Here's Papanikolaou, and he lays it straight in. Papanikolaou's got his second basket of the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Over in the corner, Osman. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Here's Vezenkov. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And here is Athens now. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Osman. The 3 hits the 3-point bomb. Osman's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Basket good. He has 6.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Three-pointer. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Takes a 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Lets it go from deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Vezenkov's got 10 points here in the second half.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And we're coming. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Evans, and it's Petrushev in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that one, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Athens calls time here. it's a completely new group for Athens. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the head coach for Athens talked to his team during that timeout. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And now Athens on the break. And the layup's good off the glass.
Coaches love those hit-ahead passes, advancing the ball as quickly as possible.
Pass to Dorsey. Yes, that goes in. Dorsey's got his first 2 points of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lays it up and thinks it in.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And here is Athens now. Here's Grant driving the lane. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. And Athens leads by 2.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Good on the triple. Now it's a 5-point Athens lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Dorsey. Stolen. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's picked off. Pass to Grant. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Athens.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Here's Dorsey. And that one drops for him. Athens leading by 5. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. It's Brown with the drive, and it goes down 2 points.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Brown's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. They set the screen. Dorsey, a 3-pointer's right on target. Dorsey's got 7 points for the quarter.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Right wing for 3. Petrushev with the rebound. Pass to Dorsey. .119 left in the fourth. Here's Petrushev. And it's off from 3-point range. From the arc. The offensive rebound. For the 3. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now, here's Grant. With the drive. Yes!
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc. And Athens leads by 7. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
So Athens wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have...
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting action coming up. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Fall in at the 5 down low. Here's Saturansky. No good from outside. Fournier for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's got the long-range motion going now. Fournier for 3.
Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Vasenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Anderson covers. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
What a spin move to get in closer.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Connects from downtown.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Pass to Fall. Here's Vezinkov. Uncovered. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Satoransky right side. They set the pick. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. He's got 7. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Vezinkov. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Satoransky outside. Pass to Fall. Fournier covering. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fall. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
So wide open there. He said, why not? That's like a warm-up shot for him.
Ball passes to Fournier. Here's Vezinkov. Parker defending. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Vezinkov's got 7 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Pass to Fall. Satoransky outside. Fires for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Satoransky's gone 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. And there's the screen. To the wing on the left. Stolen by Parker. And here comes the break. The pull-up J. Count the basket. And it's a tie ball game.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Pass to Vezinkov. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
To the middle. And good. Off the lead pass that time. Fall's gotten his second bucket.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry. Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Pass to Vezinkov. Over Parker. The shot by Vezinkov, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Drops in the 3. He's got 12.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's the break. Back to Parker. Just 5 on the clock. And Parker throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Up 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Counted from distance.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Fournier with the bucket.
And the footwork from Fournier was really nice there.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution.
The visitors with the ball. 6-point game. There's a screen by Metu. Ball stolen. Here's Peters. They get it again to the inside. Picked it out of midair. And here's the fast break. That three's off the mark. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. High arcing shot, and that one drops for him.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
There's a screen. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Here's Evans. Drains the triple.
It's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Vesely. Driving in, and he goes in for the dunk.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket. This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
Tries the spin move. 6 to shoot. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The visitors with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer.
Their perimeter shooting has cooled a little bit here in the second quarter.
Here's Dorsey. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Sinks the tray. He has 6.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Peters' shot is good.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
52 seconds left in the first half. Fires the 3. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Knocks it down from distance. Dorsey's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half of this game. Count it.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Peters. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. Peters has got 9.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Satoransky outside. There's the triple. That shot missing. Got a hand on it. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Yep, that one's good. 14 points for him.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Vezinkov. Off the mark there with a 3.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Fournier covering. The three-pointer off the mark. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Fournier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the 3rd. Here's Satoransky. They get it back to the left side wing. Outside, Anderson spins. Beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Anderson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
They set the screen. 4-3. The shot by Vezinkov, no good.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Satoransky's gone just 1 of 5 from deep here.
Evan Fournier has proven he's someone you can put on the floor and expect results. So whatever the team needs, especially on the offensive end, he's ready to give his all.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He hits the 2nd from the line. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Fournier covering. Pass to Satoransky. Anderson with a screen. Satoransky shot is off.
It's a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And that one's good. Vezinkov.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Fournier covering. Pass to Satoransky. Here's Fall. Back to Fournier. Down low. And he's all alone. Parker passes to Fall. Fournier covering. Pass to Anderson. Parker with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Going inside, and Parker throws it down. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Hey, yo, right here. Here's Vizinkov. Parker defending. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside Fournier. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Yeah, things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Vizinkov from outside the arc. That shot is off.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Knocks down the long J.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
On the wing, Fournier. He's got 9. They get the rebound. Blocked! That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. To halt the run. And no good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Up 6. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fournier's got 2 of his 6 threes to go. Inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First free throw is good.
Jemezi Metu taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Peters. There's the 3. No luck on that one.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Launches it. Buries it from 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Out left to the wing. Here's Dorsey. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Pass to Metu. Here's Vesely. Back to Metu. 4 on the clock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Peters. To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. On target from range.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That can go over the top.
Are you kidding me? Wow!
Amazing! amazing. Man, he's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Peters, no good. Peters has gone 3 of 9 shooting. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Tries the spin move. The 3. No good. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul, first team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Pass to Evans.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Metu. Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Good passing in the paint, maybe even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Peters, no good.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the fourth. The 3 is up. With the clock winding down. Gets the 3 to fall.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Fires away from way outside.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Back to Metu. Lets the 3 fly, and the 3-pointer goes.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Dorsey. Fires from way outside. The shot off that time. From deep 3-point range. Yep, it's good. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, Parker out there with Anderson, and it's Satoransky in at the point.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Satoransky finds Parker. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Anderson can't get it to go. Here's Hernan Gomez. To the right side. Now, here's Nunn. He's guarded closely, and he recovers it. Yurtsevin kicks to Hernan Gomez. A three-pointer, no good. And here they come. Pass to Satoransky. There's the three, and the three ball is good.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Lucas, Satoransky covering. Drives to the hoop. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. From downtown, it's hauled in by Athens.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. There's the pick. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Parker. Anderson outside. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Osman. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Anderson. 1:52 left to play in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Parker. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
It's Saban. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at Athens. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
When you look at this visiting team, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now, here's Satoransky. Parker outside. Screened by Parker. Going inside. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
There's a good screen. Lucas passes to Osman. Puts it up from 15. Fall with the rebound. Osman's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Satoransky the pass to Fall. Back to Satoransky. And it's Parker in the corner. Defended by none. Out to the right wing. Here's Henderson. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
The 3 ball. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Leading by 5. After this break, we'll be... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Metu, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1 spot. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Brown. Athens trails by 5. And it's blocked. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. And here is Athens now. Unloads. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Here's Metu. Fires from deep. The rebound by Grant. Driving to the basket.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And Grant drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Hits it from 3-point range.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Brown with it. Still scoreless. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Launches a 3. The rebound by Grant. Athens trails by 4. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Number 40, taking 2 shots. The players of the video review under the NBA rules. The officials will have
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Pass to Vesely. And he drives in. Metu can't hit. Now Athens with it. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. They now take the lead. He's got 7.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Abrinas. Drills it from outside.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
The shot missing. It's stolen. Fires from 14, and it's in there.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Got a piece of it. They recover it. Just 3 to shoot. Launches from deep. And it's Brown missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Abrinas the pass to Medu. And now Athens on the break. Grant gets a wide open look. Latrey knocks down the 3-ball. And Athens leads by 1. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
They set the pick. Abrinas the pass to Medu. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Over to the wing. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple. Medu's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
27 seconds left in the second quarter. They get it again. Kicks it out to Grant. Out to the right wing. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range. Abrinas has got 11 points in the quarter.
Three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward. Nunn against Satoransky. It's hauled in by Athens. We've got Satoransky. Parker out there with Fall. And there's Anderson. Fires for 3. It doesn't go for him.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And shot on the way. Nunn can't get it to fall. The baseline J. Yep, that one goes in there. 9 points in the game so far.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And the shot goes down. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. On Saturday and then on Tuesday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Pass to Yurtsevin. Back to Nunn. To the wing right side. Second chance shot. Hernan Gomez, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Yurtsevin kicks to Nunn. Three-pointer. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And finished off by Anderson.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Osman's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Anderson, a screen on Nunn. Drills the 3-pointer. 12 points for him.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lucas, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Parker, a screen on Nunn. Stolen by Nunn. 13 feet away. And good that time.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the third. Out of bounds, Athens takes possession.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Athens trails by 4.
Away team foul. Satoransky. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the third. They set the pick. Here's Osman. Nailed from three-point land. Osman's got 8 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
1:25 left in the third. For the tie. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Satoransky the pass to Parker. Back to Satoransky. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Anderson. Puts up a deep 3. Fall passes to Satoransky. Parker against Nunn. Double team on Parker. From deep. Traps in the tray. 17 points in the game.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Slukas. Satoransky covering. Here's Slukas. They get it back. Yurtsevin passes to Slukas. Back to Yurtsevin. Fall with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They're up by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. They trail by 9 points. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3 ball.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
They've got Metu, and it's Vesely in at the center, locking down the middle. Out to the right wing. Here's Aprinas. No good with the triple.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
They set the pick. Pass to Laprovitola. 5 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Now Brown to the right side. From the baseline. Again, Athens. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Laprovitola. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Laprovitola. 5 on the clock. Now, here's Vesely with his first shot attempt, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Athens trails by 5. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Sinks the three-pointer.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Aprinas. There's the drive. Pass to Metu. Back to Aprinas. Connects from three-point range.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Vesely.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Stolen. Now, here's Grant. He's tightly guarded.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Metu can't hit. Athens trails by 3. To tie it up. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 4th rebound in this one. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Laprovitola. Shot clock at 6. Takes it inside. Here's Vesely. And then Vesely with the dunk.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Lets the 3 fly. It's not going to go for him.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Spins. Over to the left wing. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 4 to shoot.
Athens foul call. First personal foul. First team foul.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Parker outside. And now Athens on the break. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now, here's Yurtsevin. He's guarded closer. Money!
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
It's in!
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the 2. Pass to Osman. The tray. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
That one's good for Zenkov.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Fall. He's defended by Yurtsevin. Here's the screen. Pass to Vezenkov. And it's Osman with the rebound.
Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender maybe next time.
Kept alive. Yurtsevin kicks to none. Shoots over Fournier. None can't get it to Fall.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Hernan Gomez covering. Pass to Panathinaikos. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
There's Lucas. Drops one in from the wing.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance. This is what we call highly efficient play, working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. There's the 3. Fall with the rebound. Outside Fournier. Hits it from three-point range. Fournier's got 5.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. There's Lucas. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Fall.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Vezenkov. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Vezenkov's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
He just punch the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Vezenkov. He's got 6. Can't hit from in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that one's good. Osman.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Fournier. Athens getting their last shot to go. To the left wing. Here's Panathinaikos, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, we know this. Fournier is a multi-position guy, and how adept was that pass? Really nice.
To the wing on the left. Lots of room. Connects. The jumper drops. Osman's got 7 points in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And here is Athens now. Following the basket by Evan Fournier. Here's Nunn. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Vezenkov. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. There's Lucas. It's deflected, and so it looks like Athens will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Brown. There's a good screen. The 3. That shot is off. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Up by 3. The second quarter coming up. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Evans against Brown. Here's Peters. Traps in the drain. Peters has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Over to the wing. There's the triple. That shot off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Dorsey. He's covered by Brown. Evans inside. Grant on him. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Evans. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
First team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. It's blocked. Driving in, lays it up off the glass. Athens trails by 6. They set the pick. Here's the 3. Athens with another miss. Pass to Dorsey. Fires the 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. to the paint. Here's Milutinov. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
It's hauled in by Dorsey. Pass to Peters. Here's Milutinov. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Grant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Grant's got his first basket of the night.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Evans.
2 minutes.
Nothing on the board. It's deflected. Brown deciding where to go with it. There's a screen. Shot on the wing, and they get it back.
Team foul. Peters. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Brown. Over Evans. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
1:25 left now here in the second. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Peters. For the three. The rebound by Grant. Athens trails by 7. Right wing. Fires from the line. That shot off.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
That one goes. Count it.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Brown against Evans. Fires from 18. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Grant surveying the D. Grant on the wing.
Away team foul.
Athens shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Third team foul.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
This one for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so that's the end of the first half. Leading by 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Fellas, you got to love watching teams go at it like this.
Love seeing it, Ernie. It's fun to see these teams, these fans, and us.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for Athens.
Where's the...
And that is...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Yurtseven, and it's Osman in at the 4. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5 spot. Pass to Vizenkov. It's Fournier on the wing. Puts up a 3. The shot comes out. Athens trails by 4. And for Athens, we've got Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Here's Osman. From down in the low post, it goes. Osman's got 9 points. Osman's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Here's Fall, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Pass to Osman. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Osman's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Fournier's shot is off.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
For the tie. Here's Osman. 11 points in the game. They set the pick for the lead. Sinks the three-pointer. 14 points for him.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Pass to Vezenkov. And he jams it with authority.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Count the basket. Nunn's got the lead up to 1 now for Athens.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Pass to Vezenkov. From past the arc, buries it from three-point range.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Osman. Offensive rebound. Here's Lucas. A special move before the shot.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Pass to Fall.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Shooting for the away team.
So he gets them both. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Cans it from downtown. Osman's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Athens. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Out of bounds, Athens takes possession. On Friday, and then on Tuesday. .131 left in the third quarter of the game.
Foul. 0. Second personal foul. First team foul.
1:29 left here in the third quarter. They set the pick. Lucas passes to Nunn. Six on the shot clock, and stolen by Fournier. Goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, you think about Evan Fournier making himself more and more of a factor on the defensive end of the floor as his career has progressed. Really good job anticipating that steal.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Vezenkov. 11 points in the game. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lucas passes to Yurtsevin. Now here's Nunn. 8 points for him.
Oh, An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Panathinaikos. Takes it off the glass. Panathinaikos got his second basket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Nunn. They set the screen, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Athens. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Clock at 6. Here's Dorsey into the lane. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Pass to Osman. Launches a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Osman's got 20.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half. And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And Athens calls time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the head coach for Athens talked to his team during that timeout. Now he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Back to Brown. In the corner, Nunn with it. Oh, good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Dorsey, defended by Nunn. Here's Evans. In deep. Count it, good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. A 2-point game. Inside. The layup off target.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Here's Peters. From outside, off the mark. Peters has gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Against the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Dorsey, defended by Nunn. Dorsey, that's good. Dorsey's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Milutinov, defended by Nunn. Here's Peters, and the three ball is good.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Goes up on the wing. He can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Pass to Nunn. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
The ball goes to the away team.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Evans against none. Now Dorsey out to the wing. Here's Peters. Here's Evans. The shot, no good. And Evans calls time here. It's a race against time as they look to make a run here.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not on their side right now.
Slukas. Evans with another miss. Now Dorsey. Pass to Peters. To the middle. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. For three. And that one is off.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Team foul.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Evans' shot is good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Vezinkov. Soft touch off the glass.
Ask pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Parker outside. Intercepted. Here's Fall. Here's Vezinkov. And that one is hammered home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Anderson to the screen on Fournier. For three. It's hauled in by Fall. In transition. Here's Papanikolaou, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Satoransky. Pass to Fall. Fournier covering. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Vezenkov. Parker defending. And that one's good. Vezenkov's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Parker outside. Lets it go from deep. Fournier with some nice D.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. They set the pick. Pass to Fall. Back to Fournier. Offline with a 3. Parker right side. Outside Anderson. Here's Satoransky. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fall. Fournier covering. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Anderson covers. Pass to Fournier. From deep. Fires in the triple.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Outside Anderson. Over to the wing. Back to Satoransky. Tipped. Here's Papanikolaou. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Satoransky. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. On the take. Uses the glass on the layup.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Fall. Parker outside. There's a screen. Fires the 3. The rebound by Vezenkov.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Takes the 3. He got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
To the inside. And Parker throws it down.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And that concludes the first quarter of play. They're up 7. And back at them all. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too. A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
And it's blocked. Here's Dorsey. Launches a three. Hits the trifecta.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And he buries his first look. Here's Peters.
Oh,
yes.
Whoa.
Throw it down.
Oh,
and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
From the arc. Knocks down the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Dorsey. They get it back to the left wing. Here's Peters. 6 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Pass to Metu. There's a screen by Metu. From outside, off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
There's a screen by Metu. Took the opportunity when he saw it. He's got 5.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
He drops it from range.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You can see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Peters. And there's a pick to the paint. The 3-ball. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Here's Vesely. The steal. Here's
wow!
I can't believe he just did that.
Just wow.
See, those are the type of finishes that you pay to see.
Team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the second quarter. From downtown. That one no good. Out to the wing. Here's Dorsey. He has 6. Pass to Evans. Clock at 6. Here's Peters. The 3 is up. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. Sends it home from 3-point land.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Over to the left wing. The 3. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And he lobs it up top. Throw it down on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. To the middle. Oh, deflected. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Stolen by Anderson. In transition, here they come. Here's Fall. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied.
Oh,
that was unbelievable.
Wow.
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Anderson with a screen. Puts up a three. Kicks it out to Parker. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Leading by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have.
Thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And it's Parker in at the 4. Satoransky passes to Parker. Fournier covering. For the tie. The rebound by Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got his 4th rebound in this one. Covered by Satoransky. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
He takes it in. To the wing on the left. Fournier covering. Drills it from deep. 6 points for him.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Vezenkov. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Spins. Parker passes to Anderson. And there's the rejection.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Here's Fall. Anderson covers. He buries it from 3.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Fournier covering, driving inside. That one drops for him.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Vezenkov. The 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Vezenkov's gone 1 for 4 from distance. That shot's good by Parker.
Guy is just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Vezenkov. Parker defending. The 3 ball. Anderson pulls it down. Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Fournier covering. Satoransky outside. Tries the spin move. Outside, Anderson. 5 on the clock. Anderson with a screen on Fournier. They grab their own miss. Here's Satoransky. No good on the 3. Satoransky's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Oh, swiped away. It's a one-on-one situation. Anderson for 3. Back to Satoransky. This one for 3. The offensive rebound.
Nice work to rise up and secure that miss. Solid rebounding effort from him.
Throws it down. emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Sends it home from three-point land. Satoransky's got 5 points.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Vezinkov. Parker defending. Here's Papanikolaou. The three. And Parker pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Anderson for the tie. Fires in the triple. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Vezinkov. Parker defending. Outside Fournier. The layup off target.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Evans. Pass to Dorsey. Fires for 3. The shot that time not on target. Dorsey's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Vesely. Here's Metu. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Peters' shot is good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
Here's Evans. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dorsey. There's the 3. Connects from downtown.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Five to shoot. Out to the right wing. A deep 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Here's Evans. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Tipped away. Tries to save it. Out to the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Fast break. Here we go. Ball's going up the court. Here's Vesely. He's off on the layup. To the inside. There's a screen by Metu. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
1:52 left in the fourth. Pass to Evans. Here's Dorsey. 5 on the clock. And he converts the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
There's a screen. Drives to the hoop. For 3. That's 2. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Pass to Dorsey. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. He drops the first one, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
And this is how you execute. Creating any type of separation is huge right now.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Pass to Evans. Here's Dorsey. Let's go with a 3. Satoransky pulls it in. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, coach might have had some words for him.
Here's Dorsey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Fall. Pass to Parker. From deep three-point land. Offline. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It's Athens and the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtseven, and it's Lucas in at the point guard, and he gets the bucket.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
And it's good, 2 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
There's Lucas. That's tipped. Parker outside. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Drills it from outside. He has 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Over to the wing. Releases. And it's Horseman missing.
The shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Defended by none. Pass to Parker.
Athens foul call. First personal foul. First team foul.
Defended by none. Tries it from 19. He squares up and sinks it.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 6 to shoot. They need this. He gets that one.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Defended by none. His three-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he's good on the three ball.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Anderson. That one's in. His first shot this game.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Pass to Osman. Fires from deep. And Parker with the block. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Zadaransky looking around. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Out left to the wing, from outside the arc, knocks down the three ball. He's got 6.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Zadaransky. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Athens. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's the break. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
None with it. Three-pointer. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Taking a look at Athens. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Medu. Tries from 16. The rebound by Grant.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Lets it go from deep. That one misses. Here's Medu. Pass to Laprovitola. Leslie with the ball. Baseline try. Chalk up 2 there. Vesely's got his first basket. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. Trailing by 5. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. There's the pick. Fires the 3. Out to the wing. To the paint. Vesely missed inside.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Takes a 3. Kicks it out to Grant. Got a hand on it. Pass to Abrinas. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. It's deflected to the inside. Banked in off the glass.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Athens trails by 4. Out to the right wing. Plenty of space. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 8 points for him.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Grant finds Brown. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Good on the triple.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Grant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
That's it. The Athens lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Laprovitola. 1:19 left to play here in the second quarter. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Grant. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. Rebound by Vesely. Grant's gone 1 of 3 on the night. He's covered by Grant. Here's Abrinas. Scoreless thus far. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Free throw line jump shot, and it's Brown missing.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's Laprovitola. He's covered by Brown. To the right side. Here's Abrinas. Here he goes.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Down low. Here's Laprovitola. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And that about wraps it up. And as the
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Athens trails by 4. We've got Satoransky. Anderson is out there with Parker, and it's Fall in its center. From about 16, Nunn kicks to Hernan Gomez. That 3 off the mark. And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Pass to Fall. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw missing.
Taking 2 shots.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Fall passes to Satoransky. Pass to Fall. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Fall's got 4 points this quarter.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Lucas. Athens with another miss.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Defended by Nunn. Parker outside. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
To halt the run, and the layup good by Nunn.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Defended by Nunn. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Good on the second free throw. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Anderson against Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Here's Fall. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Athens, they've shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Now, Satoransky. Pass to Parker. Here's Fall. Pocket 6. Hammers it down right over the D.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Slukas. Satoransky covering. Slukas gets a very good look and converts.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Defended by Nunn. Stolen by Nunn. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots from 12. Out to the right wing. Yurtsevin kicks to Hernan Gomez. Osman. Pass to Nunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good off the front iron.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It could cost you another play.
Here's Lucas. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the center. To the wing right side. A 3 from Anderson. The shot, no good. Athens trails by 10. Here's Osman. A 3-pointer off the mark. Anderson outside. Pass to Vesely. Back to Anderson. A 3-ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Takes the 3. Yurtsevin kicks to Osman. Buries the long-range jumper.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Provitola passes to Vesely. Anderson against Hernan Gomez. Remus is checked in for Anderson.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Vesely. 5 on the clock. There's the screen. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Over to the left wing. Another 3 for Athens.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Provitola. He's covered by Brown. The 3. Provitola, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Grant for 3. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Athens trails by 8.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Grant. Launches it. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 6th rebound on the night. Aprinas the pass to Provitola for the 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A 3-ball. Drains the three-pointer.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Substitution on the court.
Parker, a screen on Grant. He's covered by Grant. Sadaransky with it. Brown's there. 4 on the clock. It's Parker outside. The shot's good on the assist by Sadaransky. That's 10 points for Parker.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Brown outside. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
Pass to Abrinas. To the middle. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here.
Athens ball.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Got it! Here's Sadaransky. Pass to Abrinas.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Good on the three-point shot, and so the home crowd treated to a win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I...